point is, when you think about our differences, let's just say that a man who typically wants to be able to show his prowess as a man. He wants to be able to provide, to be strong, to be a protector, all these sorts of typical tendencies. He may say to his wife, look, honey, I don't want you to stress yourself going out there and doing hard labor. I want to provide enough for all of us. If you want to do something, you can, but I don't want you to feel like you have to do it. Let me handle that. And a man will typically be happy with that arrangement because it's just how he's built. It's just how he thinks, typically. Let's just say that a woman enjoys that privilege and she said, okay, fine, let's go with that. But later on, she feels like, oh no, I want to do more, I want to be in more control of what's happening financially. And then she then later turns it around and says, oh, I know why you wanted to do it like that, because you wanted to control me, you wanted me to depend on you, kind of thing. And it's like, that was never necessarily his intention. But when it switches like that, sometimes because of the whisperings of others of how the wider society has different values, it can get into your head for you to think that something that was very well intentioned, that came from the purest of hearts, is now turned on its head. And now the sense of shame and disappointment and betrayal that a man could feel in that situation when he actually was trying to give her the best privilege in the best way he knew how, in that example, when that flips around, the sense of betrayal could be so crushing, so demoralizing, so depressing. That's an example of the kind of thing I mean, where a good intention gets flipped around and turned into a very sinister motive when that was never the intention in the beginning. There are some women who are very, very feministically oriented in their thinking, who feel so strongly about how traditional roles have been oppressive to women that they will tell other trad wives, you're selling yourself, you're not fulfilling your potential, you're allowing yourself to be controlled and abused just by being a stay-at-home mom, for example, or just by choosing to not go and work and have a career. So that's what I mean by whisperings. Some of that stuff can cause that woman to start questioning her own value and questioning, is it really that this man's really trying to take advantage of me? And actually, what it really is a battle between sort of a well-ordered way of running life and starting a family and prospering a family, with a kind of like self-centered, egotistical, narcissistic approach, which is coming from the wider society, often irreligious,